Now, full disclaimer, I've never actually done this before, but I have watched a ton of YouTube videos on making sourdough bread, and what they say to do is, first of all, mix all your flours together and then hydrate the flour. Now this step's called auto-leasing, and basically you are just getting the flour and the water mixed together, mingling before you add the leavening agent. And you're just gonna cover that, let it rest for 30 minutes. All right, now that it's chilled for about 30 minutes, we're gonna add the sourdough starter. I will put a link in the description on videos for how to make one of those, but it's basically your leavening agent. You're gonna spread it out across the flour water mixture. You're going to sprinkle your sea salt in, and then you're just gonna combine everything. All right, here comes the fun part. We're gonna knead the dough. And again, never done this before, but all the YouTube videos were saying that the slap and fold method is the best. So basically you're gonna take the dough, slap it down. Because it's sticky, it'll stick to the surface, and you just fold the remainder over itself. And you're trying to develop some gluten structures here, and the dough will get a lot stickier, but just keep doing it. I did this for about 10 minutes, and it's really, really fun to just slap the dough down, and I don't know what else to say. It's just really fun. All right, once it's looking nice, you're gonna cover it and let it rest until we do our next set of stretchy things, where basically you're just gonna wet your hand and then grab the dough on a side and just pull it until it won't stretch anymore. You don't wanna tear it, you just wanna stretch it, and then just fold it over itself and just repeat this. Once you're done, you're gonna cover it, let it rest, and do this a total of 3 times. So after all the stretchy things, you wanna let your dough rest. So I let it rest for 3 hours, and it looked like this. So to shape the loaves, you first want to divide it in half, and everyone on YouTube's like sprinkling flour down the center to cut it. I don't know, and they have bench scrapers. I didn't have one of those, so I just used a knife because those are pretty good at cutting things. Basically, you just want 2 evenly shaped dough balls, as you can see here. So this is the part where I shape the loaves, and the first thing you want to do is just slap it. Then you're going to take the top part, stretch it, and then fold it into itself. Go from the right side, do the same thing. Go from the left side, do the same thing. Go from the bottom, and you guessed it, do the same thing. Turn it over, give it a nice slap again. And here I have a mixing bowl with a tea towel in it, and I'm just flouring that really, really well because the dough's sticky. And then I took the dough ball, flipped it over, and put it in there. Got some more flour, put it on the top, gave it a nice dusting. And then I covered the dough up so it wouldn't dry out, and I put it in the fridge overnight to proof. So the next day rolled around, and I took the dough out of the fridge, and I took it out of the mixing bowl, took the tea towel off. And now there was a ton of flour left on it, so I just dusted that off as best I could. Now it's time to score it. This one wasn't really creative. I just did a line down the center. But this next one, I was watching all these YouTube videos, and I was like, ooh, I want to try something fancy. So I got these wheat designs that I'm trying, and I tried some leaves as well. I put it in my Dutch oven at 500 degrees, put the lid on, and left it for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, took the lid off, turned it down to 475, and let it cook for another 20 minutes. And there you have it, some gorgeous, fresh baked sourdough. And not only does it look pretty, but listen to it crackle.